Hello, Kaizen, and welcome back. We are currently going into Tier 3 Mixed Grand Finals. We have Crossxblades on the left, and we do have Phantasma Dryazm on the right. So, come on now. This is hopefully going to be a good game, right?
Absolutely. I mean, considering it's tier 3, that's the bridge between Diamond and Masters. Everybody is
Yeah,
just playing at their best and ready to give it their all in today's finals.
so real. But do we think these bans that we have are going to impact this game at all?
Oh, absolutely. Bans are completely essential, a part of Overwatch. And we are going to be seeing Genji, Freya, Winston, and I believe
Five,
our
four,
last
three,
character was
two,
Kiri.
one.
It
Round
was.
one. Capture the objective.
I mean, these bands, I definitely think when it comes to your first game, you don't really know what each other's going to play, especially these two teams haven't played each other yet. We are coming out on this Farah rule here, coming from both teams. We do know Kapita a little bit as a Farah player. We are coming in on this right side. Subaru managed to pick off Burger here. Really great pick to start off with. That allows Crossxblades to push in just a little bit more. But unfortunately, kind of forced out by Dryazm. They're still holding down, not allowing Crossxblades to push in. We do see this Barra from Subaru getting a lot of post damage. We're coming out on this hazard, trying to use the wall. Unfortunately, falling very, very low. Coming out, Wu Yang looking to save them here. We do see that Gohan manages to get a pick onto Mario. Very great first pick of Subaru. Then get a pick onto Blues with Scars finishing off Burger there. I mean, coming into that fight, I just think that Crossxblades knew what they wanted to do. They picked off the Farah first, enabling them to get this good pick Kaizen going. They got the tank coming into the next fight. You've got some ult possession coming up from that Wu Yang ult from both teams as well on 70-something% here. Both looking to charge that just a little bit, trying to ensure that you have some ult coming into this next fight. Crossxblades are definitely looking to get quite the lead here starting off. Scars is going to jump in here, unfortunately not finding anyone, but making Mario very, very low. Forced out to it, Lucio. We do see this Yang come out onto Scars. Unfortunately, not finding anyone as of right now, as Dryazm do manage to kite it out. Lucio is looking for their life right now. Scars is searching for them. Unfortunately, they are able to get out. You are coming up to a lot of ults from Crossxblades here. We are coming up to this hazard ult, but from the side of Dryazm, we are coming up to this Farah ult with the Wu Yang ult as well, and both teams pretty much have this Lucio ult, which can be a really big game changer here. Both Farahs are looking to get some poke damage here. We do see the Farah ult come out onto this tank, unfortunately not able to finish them because of that Wu Yang ult. We do see Mario then picking off Suguru here with Burger, then get a pick onto Ace Matrix with Fafita, getting that pick onto Misukuri here, and Dryazm do manage to take this point back. I mean, that's a really good point back from them. But from Suguru, I mean, I really enjoyed that power. Unfortunately, that ult was not able to connect with anyone. But we do have 3 ults coming up from Crossxblades. I mean, we could definitely use a lot of these ults here, as Dryazm did have to invest just a few ults into that fight. Then we did see this Orisa swap here. Definitely a better swap there. We do get this ult out from the hazard. However, Fafita does manage to pick off the tank, and this Soj here with Mario finishing off Ace Matrix, kind of solidifying Dryazm just to win that fight there. I mean, what a huge ult from Fafita, especially considering they were pulled into that hazard ult. Unfortunately for Hazard, was not able to survive that. So coming into this fight, I mean, Crossxblades did only use one ult there. However, it has given time for Dryazm to get another ult here from this Soj. You are coming up to this Orisa ult as well. We are seeing this Soj ult come out with the combination of this Lucio ult, helping them with Missouri getting that diff onto Burger, with Scars then following up, getting that pick onto Gluita, forcing Dryazm having to pull back just a little bit. However, 88% on the point. You do not want to get staggered here, as you need all 5 of your players just to take this point back. We do see this Wu Yang ult come out looking for this Orisa. Unfortunately, they do have the solidified. There we are using the Orisa ult. Unfortunately, not finding anyone, but Fafita is able to finish off Ace Matrix with Glue Eater following up, getting that pick onto Missouri, with Burger then get a pick onto Ghost Town. Scars, though, getting that pick onto Burger, unfortunately not enough, as Gluita and Mario do finish them off here. We invested a lot of ults there. Unfortunately, not very good payoff for Crossxblades, but if you are Dryazm right now, you're coming up to this Wu Yang ult and this Lucio ult. You're sitting quite pretty right now with Lenovo then get a pick onto Missouri here. I mean, this is a really great pick, coming up to 85% on the point. We do have this Wu Yang ult coming out, looking for this Wu Yang. Unfortunately, not able to find them as of right now, but Scars does manage to find Fafita, enabling that Crossxblade can push in here. They do get the touch on the point with this Pharah ult coming out. Unfortunately, not finding anyone, getting picked off by Burger. Scars finding Mario, though, enabling Crossxblade maybe to cap this point just a little bit. Lucio is looking to stall, though, on the top. Unfortunately, I don't think they're able to find him with Fafita coming in, finding Missouri here. Scars looking to get one back, unfortunately not able to, as they do get booted back by this Lucio. I mean, it's a really quick fight. We have swapped over to the ball for the stall, and we do get the pick onto Ghost Town here. I mean, that's a really great pick. You are down a support from Crossblades. Your Pharah is low. Gluita finishing off Ace Matrix. We do have this ult come out from this Hazard, unfortunately not able to finish anyone off, and we are looking to stall here from Crossxblades. However, I just don't think you're going to get there in time now with overtime coming on, and it is now 1-0 to Dryazm for this first map. I mean, what a map that was, guys. Both teams to 99%. I mean, Dryazm just able to take that lead in the last minute. They were able to keep hold of that point. Definitely took it to the advantage. Getting that early pick as well, unfortunately, really was unfortunate for Crossxblades. I mean, Soler, what a fight that was.
Honestly, it really could have gone either way, but it seemed like Phantasma just had the better comms. They were just having that better priority, focusing targets down compared to Crossblades. But as we go into this next point here, it's really anybody's game with a 99 to 99 like that.
Yeah, I mean, I exactly. It looked like it was Crossxblades fight in the first bit, and then Phantasma managed to pull it back in the second half. I mean, it definitely can go either way. I definitely think Mario was very comfortable on this Orisa, as it was a very much a different game once they switched over. Orisa, though, falling very low with Suguru also getting a pick onto Fafita here. Very good pick to start off with. Unfortunately, falling really low, having to kite out just a little bit to their supports, with Missouri getting that pick onto Gluita, kind of finalizing their point here, as we do see then Mario getting a pick onto Suguru. Maybe they might push in here. Unfortunately, though, they just don't have the numbers as of right now. They're going to group up, look for these picks, as Lenovo does get that pick onto Missouri here. Scars is looking to find the support here. Unfortunately, Fafita does find Ghost Town instead, with Burger then finishing off Ace Matrix. I mean, coming up to a few ults here, you are close to these Wu Yang ults. Wu Yang ult recently can be comboed with quite a few people here. Definitely can get a lot of value. Unfortunately, I've not seen any value from these Wu Yang ult just yet, other than keeping the player they use the Wu Yang ult alive. Not any stuns just yet, but we might see something different in this game. I mean, Wu Yang's still a new character, and people are still figuring out how to work that, which is definitely understandable, as Scars is kind of looking to make some space here. Unfortunately, falling quite low, having to kite out just a little bit. Mario is looking to hold down the fort just a little bit here. Scars is on this high ground, but Fafita is not having it. Very, very low, unfortunately, having to kite out to the team. With only really having Lucio with you right now, as the rest of the team is kind of split off a little bit, with Lenovo then getting a pick onto Missouri here. Suguru falling very low with Scars as well. We do have the Wu Yang ult come out onto Lucio again. Only finding Lucio, unfortunately, he's kind of hidden on this high ground, with Fafita kind of just clearing up right now. I've always found that Fafita on this Pharah is really good at getting those picks and really good at helping finalize them as well. But not to say that Suguru is really putting up a good fight right now. We do have, though, 4 ults coming up on the side of Phantasma here. Unfortunately, not as many ults for Crossxblades. We do see that Pharaoh come out, finding 2 here with Burger, then getting a pick onto Suguru. 71% on the point. It's not looking very good for Crossblades right now, guys. We really need to lock in, use these ults, and find those picks, as right now it's coming up to last fight potential, you know. And if I've not stressed earlier, I mean, this is the grand finals last chances right now, guys. If you lose full stop right now. So it's a lot of stakes right now. Sugru is looking to find this hazard ult. Unfortunately, it is kind of cancelled out by that Lucio ult. Sugru looking to find anyone with the ult, finding Glue Eater there with Fafita, then finding Missouri there with the Orisa ult coming out, and it is now 1-0 to Phantasma Dryazm. I mean, what a game that was, Soler.
Absolutely. I think not banning that Pharah there on Oasis was really quite a blunder.
I definitely think that both teams wanted to play that Pharah. I just think Fafita just knows how to play it with his team a little bit more. Not to say that Sugru didn't do so well. It's just more, we've seen him on this Pharah so many times and just do so much every single time. But unfortunately, we will be going to a little break. We will be heading over into the next map, into a hybrid map. So please stay tuned for that, guys. Hello, Kaizen, and welcome back to the Tier 3 Mixed Grand Final. We did just see Phantasma Dryazm take that last map back on Oasis. We are heading over to Hybrid. We are obviously, guys, on King's Row. What a map, Soler, right?
Who would have expected it? If you see Kings Row on the map pool, it is almost always picked.
Almost every single time, but Soler, we do have some bans, and what are they?
Our bans for today's second map will be Lucio, May, Farah, and Orisa.
Definitely some target banning going on, right?
Absolutely. As we saw such a dominant Farah for us, Fafita has been targeted with that ban. On top of the Orisa and Lucio, I feel like they're just trying to take the game a little bit slower and help enable their Wu Yang player. Mei in general, just a general nuisance, and I can totally understand why you'd want to take that character out of the game.
100%, especially on a map like King's Row where you can abuse a lot of these May walls. But coming into this fight, we do see Fafita get a nice and early pick onto this Freya, enabling Dryazm just to push in a little bit. We are on this Ram Mirror where the Scars does manage to find Ryzen here. It's definitely given a bit of an upper hand, however, Fafita is having none of it, getting that pick onto Suguru with Lenovo getting that pick onto Scars, meaning that, I think Dryazm might get a nice and early cap here, but we do see Ace Matrix manage to find Fafita there, maybe enabling Crossxblades to push in now, getting this touch. We are on this Junkrat, which is quite a good pick for this map. Unfortunately, I am not seeing Crossxblades being able to touch this point. 5.5 minutes left on the clock for Dryazm. They're sitting very strong here. Scars is back on this hazard. It does seem that Scars is quite comfortable on this hazard. Unfortunately, falling very low, but we do get this cleanse from Knight, which is going to make Scars be able to survive just a little bit longer. Unfortunately, kind of forced in that room just a little bit, falling very low. Mario able to finish them off, kind of again forcing Crossxblades to push back here. We are going to try and get some poke damage on this Freya. Unfortunately, not able to finish them off as we have got the supports with Mario right now. Ace Matrix does get picked off by Lenovo here. Kind of staggering a bit of Crossblades there. I mean, I definitely think that Dryazm has kind of found the rhythm here, and what Crossblades really need to do right now is definitely find a way of getting these picks a bit quicker and able to jump in. Unfortunately, without this Lucio, you're not able to have a lot of speed here as you are not running any like speed characters. As for the side of Dryazm, we are on this sorry, we are on this Juno, enabling them just to have a little bit more pace. Ace Matrix does fall really low, but Mario does find Suguru here. We are coming on to this Wu Yang ult. I'm expecting to see a few ults come out in this fight, whether it's Ace Matrix on this Freya or whether it's either of these Wu Yangs. We are seeing this Freya ult come out. Unfortunately, not able to find anyone as of right now, but we do have the Wu Yang ult come out, finding Ryzen nice and early. Scars is looking to keep Mario behind here just a little bit to try and pick him off. Unfortunately, able to get out as they are forced out by the rest of their team. We are on this Freya mirror, with both Freyas kind of doing a lot of poke damage here. Mario is looking to get a good ult out here. Unfortunately, falling quite low with the Wu Yang ult coming out, cancelling this hazard ult. What a Wu Yang ult there. I mean, what a great ult. We have used that Kiri ult. Unfortunately, not able to get a lot of value, but Suguru is going to find value and find Fafita here. We have got this Junkrat ult coming out again. Unfortunately, not able to find anyone. A lot of ults used there with no value, which is definitely not what you want coming into this map. We, however, are going to come back out on this Junkrat, find Knight with Lenovo finding Ace Matrix, with Mario then managed to pick off Ghost Town as well, kind of finalizing this fight for Dryazm. They are definitely going to get the second point here, probably with a lot of time as well. With 4.5 minutes, Crossblades need to figure out something here, definitely to give them the overhand. But Ace Matrix is able to find Berger here. As I mentioned earlier, we are unfortunately going to get picked off there from Fafita. I definitely think Fafita is really showing how well and diverse their hero pool is right now. Able to find these picks no matter what character they are on. With this Freyo coming out from Fafita, finding Scars. Unfortunately, we did get a cleanse here from Kiri, kind of saving Scars though. Unfortunately, still having to push back as this Burger is on this Junkrat, finding Ghost Town, taking out one of your supports there. Unfortunately, then Fafita finding Ace Matrix as well, giving Dryazm great card progression here. However, we have seen that Crossxblades have got a few ults here that they definitely want to try and get out here, but we are pushing up to the spawn, kind of keeping them in there, not really giving them any time to use his ult. We do get this Wu Yang ult come out onto Scars. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to touch here, which we do see that Dryazm able to take this to the third point with 3.5 minutes left on the clock. I mean, what a time for them, Soler.
Honestly. And despite that Lucio ban, they're making really great use of the Juno rings, and they're cycling their cooldowns just way better. Able to keep up the numbers even when they're down 1.
I agree. Definitely using that Juno ring to their advantage. I mean, it's enabling their team to really push hard on them. And unfortunately, I feel like a lot of Crossxblades are getting picked off individually and then enabling them for the rest of them to get picked off, which is quite unfortunate. But I definitely want to see some more speed, right, Soler, from Crossblades?
Yeah, going faster is always the option here. Especially with that hazard pick, you just can't really be standing around like that.
Yeah, especially someone to follow up on Scars, is if we have seen them jump in quite a lot of the time, trying to make space and trying to find some, trying to find a pick. If you definitely have someone else to follow up with you, or at least some speed, it definitely could benefit you a lot more.
But with like how explosive the picks were from the side of Phantasm, I'm not really sure they were even able to get a proper recontest as 5 or anything of the sorts.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, as I said earlier, like, Dryazm are just getting individual picks really fast, kind of forcing Crossxblades to not really, as you said, be able to engage properly. However, Ace Matrix is going to come out on this Widow, looking to get a really early pick here. Unfortunately, is kind of falling low, having to use the supports for help right now. We are seeing Fafita still on this Freya, as we did see them do quite a lot earlier in this game. Both teams are definitely looking to find a rotation right now, with Crossxblades looking for the higher ground, and then Dryazm looking to kind of sneak up behind and try and catch the supports a bit off guard. Kiri has to use her TP just to get out a little bit there. Scars falling very, very low here, having to use his form just to try and stay alive, trying to trap Mario in this room. Unfortunately, getting picked off by Burger. Unfortunately, you do not want to be in close combat of this Junkrat, as they will pump a lot of damage into you. Unfortunately, the rest of Dryazm is just managing to clear up on Crossblades right now. I definitely think they need to try and figure out, okay, who is the issue, and let's figure out how to fix that, as right now I'm seeing that Burger and Fafita is definitely causing so much issues for them right now. We are going to swap over to this Hanzo, hopefully in an attempt to help Crossblades right now, as Fafita and Burger is just running it down right now. We are coming up to a few ults from Dryazm, coming up to that Freya ult, coming up to that Wu Yang ult as well. As for the side of Crossxblades, we are coming up to this Kiri ult. We do see this Freya ult come out, finding a few people. Are they able to finish that off? Ace Matrix managed to get that pick onto Lenovo, with Suguru then finishing off Burger. However, Fafita and Mario is not having any of it, finishing off the rest of the team, and hopefully now finishing off Suguru as well. I mean, this defense so far from Dryazm seems very coordinated. They know exactly what they want. I have full faith, though, that Crossblades can pull this back, even with less time. I do believe, especially from that first map, that they have it in them. They just need to find their rhythm right now, as Scars is looking to switch over to this area. Hopefully, it is going to do them a little bit better help. However, Mario is coming in strong on this ult, with the rest of the team kind of holding it down a little bit. However, Burger and Fafita are going to find Ace Matrix and Knight, and the rest will follow. Genuinely, I just think it's struggling right now for Crossblades, as they really, really are trying to figure out what they can swap to try and combat this team. However, Dryazm are just looking to get so much damage on them, and unfortunately they're not able to keep up with it right now. But we have these supports up ready to go. Are we going to use them? Hopefully, which we do end up using both of these supports, so sending them in, looking to find people here. Unfortunately, finding this tank. Are you going to be able to finish that pick off? Unfortunately not, with Burger then getting a pick onto Ace Mitch with Fafita, then getting a pick onto Knight, finding Sugru, finding Ghost Town Scars. It's looking for Mario, but it's just not enough, unfortunately. Again, I just think it's a good push for Crossblade. They just need to figure out now, okay, we got that one pick, what else can we get? Unfortunately, Dryazm is coming up to 3 ults right now. They are going to be looking to use that Junkrat ult and that Freya ult with maybe a combination of the Ana ult coming out, with Burger finding Ace Mitra nice and early, with Fafita also getting that pick onto Sugru. I mean, Crossxblades, please, I believe in you guys to make this push as we've seen in that first round. You do have this Sojul. I can definitely see Sugru maybe being able to get value off that. Switching over to Widow in a last minute attempt to try and get a pick. You know that Junkrat's waiting for you in that corner. Are you going to push that? We are seeing Scars put a good attempt in. However, Burger is going to find Ace Mitri here. We are having this all come out from this Junkrat, finding Sugru unfortunately in their ult. And it is looking that it is going to be 2-0 to Phantasma Dryazm. I mean, Soler, what did we think of that game?
That was just such a dominant performance. I don't even know what to think at this point.
Yeah, I definitely think that the crossplays we've seen in that first map unfortunately wasn't able to show in this one, but you never know with games like this. It is first to four, so you are able to have more time to figure out how to play this game right now, as right now, you know, Dryazm might be the ones absolutely dominating, but you have more time to adjust to that. We will be moving though into the next map onto an escort match, which will be picked by Crossblades. So please stay tuned, guys. As I mentioned earlier, it's 2-0 to Phantasma Dryazm. So please come back after this little break. Hello, Kaizen, and welcome back to the Tier 3 Mixed Grand Finals. It is currently 2-0 to Phantasma Dryazm, taking the win on King's Row, but this time we are heading over to Escort. We are obviously on Circuit Royale, chosen by Crossxblades. So, Soler, what do we think of that last map then?
That last map, honestly, was just such a one-sided performance. Really, really great to see, though, with all of the very fun characters that are being pulled out here. I love the Junkrat. I absolutely love the Freya. And it's really great to see teams having fun and playing the game.
Yeah, 100% Soler. I mean, with these bans in this map, do we see some more target banning happening?
Looks like we do see some target banning as the Freya and Ramatra will be banned here, and the Kiri Baptiste will as well.
Well, Soler, I mean, I have just looked in the chat and we did get a redeem for a greeting, so are we ready?
We do need a pause here, though, real quick.
Oh, wait, okay, well, this is perfect timing, right? We can do our greetings in the pause, right?
It looks like we forgot to swap the spectators, but
Did we?
I don't know.
Oh, I forgot to swap one.
Oops.
Damn. uh...
Curious.
Okay, well, while we're waiting, do we want to hit him with the greetings then?
I think we have to greet them,
I mean, on three, I guess.
I suppose.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Greetings! Okie dokie, so both teams are ready to go back into this game now, guys. We have got the unpause ready. We're coming out on a bit of pokes from both sides. We are Team Fafita back onto that Farah, coming into this looking strong from these last previous maps. We have got a bit of a Widow duel from Missouri and from Burger. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see who might get the picks here. We do see Burger get the pick onto Scars, but we do get Scars getting that follow-up pick back on them. We did get a little trade there with this Sig looking on that high ground. Did manage to pull the rock onto Ghost Town. Unfortunately, falling low, and Ghost Town unfortunately falling to his own rock. I mean, what are we expecting there? That's very unfortunate for Ghost Town. However, we have got the picks a little bit. But unfortunately, Sugru is caught out in the back just a little bit by themselves there. Unfortunate for Crossblades, with Fafita then finding a pick onto Scars as well. As I mentioned earlier, we have got the swap over to this Widow here. Oh, 1 second, sorry. We are getting a little bit... but as we are coming into this, both teams are looking to get some poke potential out here. Sugru is looking for this Widow on this high ground. Unfortunately, not able to find them right now, but falling very, very low. We have got the rock come out from Ryzen there. Unfortunately, not able to finish that off, but Ghost Town does manage to finish off Burger here, giving them a good chance to push in, really, as you have got the picks. It is now 5 versus 4. We are coming up to a few ults here, with Scars finding a pick onto Mario as well. The Ana falling quite low, unfortunately able to get out right now, but Missouri is going to get the pick onto Burger, allowing Crossblades just to push just a little bit more as well. Ghost Town then also finding Lenovo. Asymmetric pulling out this Alario, looking for this Farah. Unfortunately, finding that Ana by themselves. Very unfortunate for that Ana. That is meaning that Dryazm is having to push back just a little bit here. We have got some ults coming up. We're coming up to these Sig ults from both teams. Hopefully are not going to get cancelled, but we never know, guys. We've seen it a few times before. Ghost Town is looking to get a hard engage here onto Mario. Using that rock, we are going to get the rock cancel from Mario onto Ghost Town. They are going to get it all out, finding Skarsberg, then finding Sugru as well, kind of stopping them in their tracks. Ghost Town falling very low. The Alaria is there to help. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's going to be enough for them, but Mario is going to fall low here, with Ghost Town finishing off Mario here, unfortunately, Burger finding Ace Matrix, but Ghost Town is going to find Burger back with Fafita then finishing off Ghost Town. I mean, such a great push for Crossblades there. They really worked hard in getting them picked and finalizing the rest of the team. Definitely working on finding their targets as well. I mean, we're not able to get as much value from Dryazm this map, which just means that they are adapting, which is what we want to see. However, we do see Dryazm has quite a few ults here. We do have this Ana, we do have this Pharah ult, which we have seen Fafita do quite a lot with. And speaking of Ana, we do get Sugru come out, but Scars does cancel Fafita's Pharah ult here. Such a huge cancel from Scars there. I mean, that could have been very bad for Crossblade, but Scars was having none of it. Coming out with this Zen ult as well. We might see this come out. However, you have got the numbers right now with Mario kind of forced out on this Rhine, and everyone is quite low on Dryazm. You are able to probably get some picks off here. I definitely think that Discord Orb is coming in handy for Crossblades right now. We have got the Nano come out onto Mario. They are looking for the support, but we do get the Zen ult come out, but unfortunately they do find Missouri just before that. We are unfortunately coming out again, having to pull back here with Lario coming out. Does catch pretty much the whole team there, catching this Zen, managing to finish them off. As Larry is going to unfortunately get caught out as well. I mean, a great defense there from Dryazm. However, we did have to invest just a few ults there, but you still have your Hanzo ult and you still have your Rhine ult. However, from the side of Crossblades, we do have 4 ults here. We are swapping over though to these Hanzo duels, which I didn't mention earlier, but it's very interesting to see Hanzo come out here, especially with the little buffs that he got in the previous patch. Is definitely a value to have right now. Hopefully we can find those picks from that. We are looking to hold this high ground here from Dryazm with Fafita then finding Missouri nice and early. We are seeing Mario looking for a quick engage, probably looking to shatter here. With Ghost Town is looking to try and block that here. We unfortunately do get the shatter onto Ghost Town, unfortunately not able to get the sheet out just in time. With Fafita finishing off Scars there and kind of pushing them back into spawn. That's very unfortunate for Crossblades, but it's what you needed. You wanted to get them ults out nice and early, as you now have all 4 ults here coming up with this Bob, which can be a lot of help, which is quite good for the side of Crossblades. I'm definitely expecting to see some of these ults come out, which we do see both ults come out here from Crossblades, looking to find this pure Ana by herself, falling very low. Are they able to finish them off? Unfortunately not able to finish them off as of right now. We have got this ult come out from the Hanzo, finding Ghost Town, unfortunately trapped on them stairs, with Mario looking to find this Hanzo, which they do manage to find with Fafita backing them up, with Burger then getting a pick onto Sugru. Scars, however, finding Fafita just before getting picked off is exactly what they need, but Burger does catch Ace Matrix just before getting out. Scars kind of left in a bit by themselves here, unfortunately going to get a little bit staggered. We are having Ghost Town swap over to Thiva, definitely looking to get a bit more dive potential with getting that early pick onto Burger, with Sugru also swapping over to the Bastion, definitely looking to melt that shield just a little bit more, but Mario does unfortunately pick off Ghost Town here, kind of forcing Crossblades having just to wait just a little bit longer, as unfortunately you have not got your tank currently, but you have 9 seconds on the clock right now. You do need to touch as fast as you can. You do come up to this ult from the Zen, but Dryazm does have 3 ults ready for you, as we do see this Nano ult come out. Unfortunately it is blocked by this D.Va, with Sugru getting a pick onto Fafita, and Ghost Town also finding Mario. However, Delari comes out finding Sugru, definitely putting Crossblades in a bit of a cross path here, with Scars finishing off Lenovo here. You do only have your Ana and your Hanzo. You're definitely going to be looking to get this retouch. You want to try and get back to your team, with this ult coming out from Burger, finding Scars really early. That's a very unfortunate pick for Crossblades. Ghost Town is unfortunately dematched, with Missouri getting picked off by Mario with that huge shatter, finding Ghost Town as well. And unfortunately they're not able to take this second point, but they did get a really good push, if I'm not mistaken. So
I'm just absolutely awestruck at this game right now. It is just so fun to be watching this Reinhardt just swing around, having the time of his life. And the angles that Lavono is taking is just fantastic. And not to keep it one-sided, Scars is hitting some shots that I have never seen before made. Like, have you ever seen a Zenyatta counter a Pharah? That's crazy.
Literally, like, Scars and that Zenyatta was definitely pummeling a lot of damage right now, which was exactly what they need, which is really, really great to see from Crossblades, looking for different comps to try and beat them. And honestly, it definitely worked out much better for them on this map, as they did manage to push it to the second point, right?
Absolutely. And with Mitsuri backing up Scars as the rest of his team, getting those opening picks so consistently, I I really do think that Crossblades has a chance here.
100%. All they have to do is just keep doing what they've been doing with the Zen Discord orb, follow through on them Discord orbs, and you're going to be able to hold them for quite a lot of time. We are coming out though back onto these Widows again. I was really enjoying that Bastion, especially into that Rhine. It definitely melted those shields super fast. So it's going to be interesting to see if they might swap back to that, as you are in defense. But Missouri does find that pick onto Burger nice and early, kind of meaning that you're kind of just stuck here with down a player. You do not have your Widow anymore. However, we do see Missouri fall quite low to Fafita. Unfortunately, Fafita's not able to follow that through as of right now. We are still on this SIG, which I think Ghost Town really done well on that SIG in that map. Definitely a good change from the side of Crossblades, as I mentioned earlier. We are going to use that rock trying to push back Mario just a little bit. However, they do have the supports with them. Fafita is in the backline finding Missouri. However, Suguru does finish off Fafita, but Mario is going to pick off Ghost Town with a Lenovo, following up, getting that pick onto Suguru. Kind of leaving Scars by themselves with Ace Matrix also falling, kind of leaving Scars all by themselves. Probably going to get a little bit staggered here, looking to jump off the map, but gets grouped off by Lenovo. Definitely a good fight for Dryazm there. They got the picks with Fafita started off, and they just followed through with that. We are coming out on this Ryan mirror with Scars swapping over to this Ana. Definitely looking to mirror that Ana, as you do like to see the combination of a Ryan Ana, especially with that nano perk making you just a little bit faster, meaning that Ryan can just run it down in the backline. Fafita is looking to get an early pick onto Scars, leaving them by themselves. Unfortunately, Suguru does come to help the Ryan getting that pick on Fafita. Definitely good stabilize from Crossblades. Unfortunate for Dryazm, as you are now down your Pharah. Both Reinhardts are looking to scope each other out, getting some damage with Ace Matrix, getting the pick onto Burger. Mario pushing Suguru, not Suguru back, Ghost Town back, but Suguru is there to help them getting that pick onto Mario. But Fafita does manage to find Suguru though, which is very unfortunate for their team, as we are now down a player, but we will probably get back in time before the rest of the team manages to push it. We have used this walls to look for where these opponents are, especially that Pharah definitely likes to take an off angle and try and find their backline nice and early, leaving them behind. So definitely a great ult from Missouri, especially when you are down a player. You definitely want to keep him in, but we did get the block from Ghost Town onto Mario, with Missouri then finding Fafita, pushing them off the map as well. But Burger is going to get 2 picks here. I don't know if it's enough though. They are looking to get engaged with the Alario, finding Ace Matrix, leaving the Reinhardt by himself with Scars. Scars is going to be looking to get picked off here by Lenovo, which he does manage to, leaving this Reinhardt all by themselves. They are definitely going to be getting this pick off here with this anti as well, forcing them into that little room. They are fighting for their life to stay alive right now, and it's looking like Dryazm is going to get this first point here. However, Crossblades managed to hold them for a very long time. If you just keep that momentum up, you might be able to take this map, which is absolutely necessary, as if Dryazm manages to take this map, it will be match point for Dryazm. They are looking to get quite up front here, trying to waste time for this cart percentage, but we do see Crossblade looking to push in nice and fast here. However, Ghost Town does fall really low. Unfortunately, they're not able to get the pick off, but we do get a shatter come out from Ghost Town with the combination of Suguru's ult. Unfortunately, not able to pick off that Reinhardt, considering they were just ulted with 3 of the Bastion ults. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to take him out, but Burger does find Missouri here, looking to get a bit of an engage with the Nano coming out onto Mario with the combination of this Hunter ult, finding Ghost Town with Ryzen. However, he does manage to find Burger, but Fafita is going to find Scars, unfortunately forcing back Crossblades. Unfortunately, though, we're not on the point right now, not able to get any push percentage while you're here, which is very unfortunate. Fafita is going to jump back looking for that as the rest of their team is in the spawn pretty much. Trying to hold it quite up so they can make up for that car percentage that they didn't take back then. We are coming up onto Anna and this junior ult from the side of Crossblades. Definitely two good ults that can help them out a lot. However, we have got that ult come out from this Juno, but we get a huge shatter from Mario with the combination of the Telario finding pretty much the whole team. This is coming up to last fight potential here. You definitely are going to try and touch, but I just don't think it's enough. And I do believe this will be 3-0 to Phantasma Dryazm. I mean, Soler, though, what a fight from Crossblades. So they really put a good effort in there.
They really did. They had some really star plays there. But again, it just doesn't seem like they were able to get together as a team.
Yeah, I agree. But I'm really happy to see a bit of a change from Crossblades in this map, as it's looking very promising for them coming into the next map. So it's going to be really interesting. However, guys, we will be going to a little break, as for the next map we will be heading over to Esports. So please stay tuned for that, guys, and see you after the little break. Hello, Kaizen, and welcome back to the Tier 3 Mixed Grand Finals. Coming into this game, we did just see that Phantasma Dryazm did take the win on that last map on Circuit, although it was very, very close coming into this map on Esperanza, chosen by Crossxblades Slayer. We do have some bans, right?
We do. We will be seeing Diva, Pharah, Lucio, and Bastion banned for this map. Potentially our final map.
I know, I mean, it's match point now for Phantasma Dryazm. Crossblades really need to take the win here, right? Because they will be unfortunately losing the tournament if they don't.
As this is the Tier 3 Mixed Grand Finals, only one person will come out of this game with the win.
And you know what? Either way, like, you know, we've seen teams do it before. We have seen a reverse sweep happen. This could happen again. We are coming out on a bit of a dive comp now from the side of Crossblades. As for the side of Phantasma, they're kind of just sticking to what they know, which is that Freya and that Orisa, with a combination of this Juno and this Wu Yang. So it's really interesting to see as both teams are coming in looking to find the first picks happening. Missouri is falling quite low, but Scars is going to jump in looking for these early picks. Unfortunately, with the rest of the team there and this Freya doing so much damage, is going to force them out just a little bit. Mario does get this pick on tonight with Lenovo, then getting a pick onto Ghost Town. However, Scars is finding Fafita, but Mario is going to finish off Suguru with Fafita, then also getting that back pick onto Scars. I mean, Soler, what do we think of that fight?
It was a really great jump, but it didn't look like the rest of the team was in position for that. I'm also not too sure about this Kiriko Wu-Yang. If you are trying to run this dive, you probably need that anti-nade to help secure these kills.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, engaging on the anti-nade is definitely something you want to look to do, or even switching over to maybe a bit more speed as well. I keep saying this, but when you want to run a dive comp, you do want some sort of speed with you. But Scars is looking to get a good pick here onto Burger, which Suguru does manage to finish off. However, Mario is going to get the counter pick onto Missouri here with Lenovo, then finishing off Suguru. Scars is looking to find Ryzen, which does manage to find. Unfortunately, I just don't know if that's going to be enough, as for the side of Dryazm, they are going to get this fast spawn here. Unfortunately, Fafita then also finds tonight kind of leaving Crossblades with a bit of an ultimatum here, as you don't really have any of your supports with you other than your Wu Yang, which is unfortunately left by themselves here. Kind of just chilling there with Fafita is going to look to pick off Ghost Town here, but Ghost Town is going to pull off a good fight. Unfortunately, not able to finish them off with Fafita taking Ghost Town down. We do see this ult come out from Freya, does manage to find this Winston, but it does get spared off by Mario, kind of forcing them back just a little bit, as Scars is falling quite low here. Has to come back to the health pack there with then Dryazm are going to look to push up here. I mean, from the looks of it right now, Solo, what do you think both teams really need to do here?
They really just need to seclude a target, and as I'm saying that, they do seclude Burger Boys, getting the kill immediately onto him. But with all these ults all these ults online, they seem to keep using something to help secure a fight here.
Yeah. But we did just see a few ults come out then, as we just saw Lenovo did manage to take the kill on tonight, with Mario finishing off Ghost Town as well. Scars kind of left by themselves here with Ryzen finishing off Scars. I mean, that was a very quick fight for Dryazm. They used a few ults there, right?
They did, and even though it was a really great Suzu from Night Knight there, they weren't able to get out of the ult and heal off of all the damage that was done.
Yeah, and obviously now that we invested a lot of ults from Dryazm, Crossblades are looking really good. However, Ryzen does finish off Scars as we try and jump in. We do have the Missouri try and find someone with Pulse Bomb. Unfortunately, not able to catch anyone, with Suguru falling very low, getting picked off again by Ryzen. Definitely using those your abilities to the max with Burger, then getting a pick onto Missouri as well. Again, another fast fight for Dryazm, pushing very close to the spawn. So I'd be quite scared right now if I was Crossblades.
I would be too. But with these with the Genji ult here and the Wu Yang ult, maybe they're trying to do a large combo dive into here, but they are going to be doing it.
Yeah, and we do see them use these ults. So Suguru managed to find Ryzen there. Mario falling very, very low, able to capitalize on that, finding Mario, forcing the rest of the team to have to kite this out. Burger might get caught out though, as the Winston is looking to pick them off. Unfortunately, I do think that Sugru is going to finish off Burger. They're falling quite low, but we do get the cleanse from Night Knight. Again, that was a good fight. I mean, as you mentioned earlier, they might try and combine both Wu Yang and Genji's ult, which they did, and it definitely paid off for them, right?
It really did. This Winston seems to be going a little too fast for the rest of his team, but the space he's making is pretty insane. Although the amount of damage with Junkrat and Freya is really just burning him down.
Yeah, but we did just see Scars again pushing in by themselves, managing to find Ryzen, but we do have that Arista ult come out, finding Sugru, falling really, really low though. We do have this Winston ult, which I'm expecting to see come out right now. However, we do have this Wu Yang ult trying to stun this Night Knight by themselves, and unfortunately do manage to, leaving Winston by themselves in the ult. Unfortunately, that's not going to be enough to keep Crossxblades in this right now, as we will be seeing Phantasma push this push bot just a little bit more.
As both teams are starting to get set up, we are going to be seeing Kiriko online, but from the side of Phantasm, they have both DPS ults here, probably able to secure a solo kill.
Yeah, and speaking of both DPS ults, we did just see the Freya ult come out, finding a few people, but unfortunately not able to finish off any kills, as we do see this Kiryu come out. Scars does manage to finish off with Fita here, meaning that Phantasma are going to push in heavy with Burger, then also get a pick onto Suguru, meaning that we do get this ult come out from Burger, finding Missouri, kind of leaving Crossxblades in a bit of a standstill right now, as we do not have the numbers with Lenovo, then also getting Knight, with Lenovo also getting Ghost Town, showing a lot of dominance on this Wu Yang, with Ryzen finishing off Scars.
They're still holding on to this Juno ult here, which it might be the fight win to secure this final point here, as it's really hard to get out. Although I really like the Zarya swap here, as they're able to bubble any incoming individual damage.
Yeah, I mean, did you see the Tracer ult with the Wu Yang looking to TP onto their backline? Unfortunately, not able to finish it off, as Mario just kite back for the support, finding Missouri, then also getting a pick onto Ghost Town and Scars. I mean, absolutely clearing up there. Unfortunately, ults were used there from both sides, and unfortunately, it did not go the way for Crossxblades. And we are going to see this Juno ult come out as a last attempt for them to push it to the last little bit. Lenovo finds Ghost Town. We are falling quite low from both teams, but Mario is going to manage to finish off Scars and Night Knight here. We have the Wu Yang ult come out onto this Tracer, finishing off the Tracer, which means that Phantasma takes the win 4-0. I mean, what a performance from Phantasma, though.
Absolutely insane team.
I mean, they just showed so much dominance in this game, showing why they are now the winners of Tier 3 Mixed. I mean, as much as I feel like Crossxblades did put up a good effort, unfortunately, I just don't think it was enough. But Soler, now is the time. We need to talk about some MVPs.
Of course. MVPs.
So, from Crossxblades, for me, I'm leaning to either Ghost Town or Scars, but I think I want to go with Scars, just for the mix of the tank and also that Zen on circuit.
I can 100% agree with you there. Scars was doing Lord's work, making so much space for his team, able to enable them as much as he can. And even the support on circuit was really top notch, able to get those nades and discords.
100%. As for Phantasma, I'm going to struggle a little bit here because I've got a few. So I've got Mario, Fafita, and Lenovo. But I am leaning towards Lenovo on that Wu Yang. I mean, that Wu Yang was definitely really, really good, using the ults at the perfect times, always looking to get those picks as well, while also trying to support their team as well.
I have to agree with you there. From the side of Phantasma, it really felt like they had 5 DPS there. But as Lenovo had that play of the game, I think it just secures his MVP spot.
So I think we're set then, aren't we, Soler? We've got Lenovo for Wu Yang and Scars. I think I'm going to go with the Zen, because I just feel like it was a real good game changer for Crossxblades, and it's really what they needed for that momentum.
Absolutely.
So, okay, guys, well, we will be doing a few interviews here from both teams, so please stay tuned for that as we do have to get them in and sort it out. So, we'll literally be as fast as we can, guys. So, please stay tuned for these amazing interviews that are going to happen. Hello, Kaizen, and welcome back. We are in the interview portion of the stream. I am joined here by the MVP from Crossxblades, Scars. Hello, Scars. How are you?
How you doing? It's great to be here.
It's good. An unfortunate loss for today, but we thought you'd done so well, which takes me to the first question. Like, what do you personally feel like after seeing your gameplay today? What did you feel like you done really well today?
I think today, especially, I got to show off versatility. I played
Yeah.
many different tanks, and even on circuit, I got to play my Zen and my Ana. Very happy with that.
We really enjoyed your tanks and especially your Zen. I feel like that Discord orb really helped Crossblades in that map. Um, so coming into that then, like, was there any thought about you going on support, or was that like a last minute thing?
There's always thought about my support. I am a flex support player before anything else.
Yeah.
So my flex support does hurt teams when they don't expect it. We do like to change it up.
Oh, amazing. Well, I think Solaire's got the next question for you, Scars.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
sure.
do. What's next for the team? Are you going to be continuing playing for our next Kaizen season? Or perhaps even IOWL or CGL?
I'm not 100% sure. I think for Crossblades there will be. I'm sure it hasn't really been spoken about, but I'm 100% sure there will be continuing. We've done a lot better than we expected to in this. We did a lot better than everybody else expected us to. So I think we are here to stay. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to confirm with management, but I'm pretty sure we're here to stay. We want to fight for this again.
And I hope to see it. You guys played absolutely fantastic today.
Thank you.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's good to see that you guys, even after unfortunately losing today, that you're staying high, keeping your head high, and you're going to come back again, hopefully stronger next time. Maybe take the win. You never know. But was there like any strategy coming into this? So obviously, I don't think you've played Phantasma before, but you might have in scrims. So do you have any ideas coming into this, like what you wanted to do?
We knew some players. We knew some players liked certain heroes. We knew we wanted to play around that and try and combat that. We tried the best with our bands and our team comps and how we were playing. Unfortunately, it didn't come to fruition. But yeah, we went in with a game plan. Unfortunately, sometimes having a plan doesn't mean that you're going to succeed with that. But having a plan is better than not.
100%. Coming in, at least knowing and having an idea of something you want to do is definitely what you need to be doing, especially coming into the grand finals, which I do feel like you guys had something. I just think in certain times it unfortunately just didn't go the way you were expecting, which is completely fine, as you know, sometimes teams might take a little bit longer to come into it, and maybe next season you guys will be absolutely prepped and ready to go.
I do hope so. I do hope so.
So do I. So do I. I'm a nice. But Solaire, if you want to finish off with your final question.
Yeah, of course. Is there anybody on your team or from the enemy team that you'd like to shout out, either for your success or who was giving you the most failure?
I think on my team, I think I'd give a shout out to Flix because there was a few times I was noticing I was getting a bit lost in my own head in those games, but Flix seemed to say the right thing at the right time to sort of lock me back in. That's Mitsuri.
Mitsuri, I got you. You have any
I mean,
coaches you'd like to, like, shout out?
Coaches, definitely. DJ Rockstar, my boy. He's helped us throughout the way. He's been absolutely detrimental in our unfounded success in Kaizen this season. He's really helped us.
I mean, that's always great to hear. That is a coach that's always there to help, and also that like your fellow teammates can like pull you in when you're not feeling too good in the moment. But we really appreciate your input to what Crossblades is and what they tried to do coming into this. And as I said earlier, we really thought you played so well. So thank you for coming, Scars.
Absolutely, anytime. It's lovely to speak to you both.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it so much. But guys, we will now be moving over to Phantasma Dryazm. Mario, are you here?
Yep, I'm here.
Hello, Mario. Congratulations on the win. How does that feel?
Honestly, it feels pretty good. I think we worked really hard for this season, and I'm glad that our hard work paid off, and we managed to get the win.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you guys showed a lot of good plays today, which leads me to, is there any individual play that you thought, wow, I done so well in that moment?
I'd have to say that Circuit Royale. At the end of
Mm-hmm.
the Circuit Royale game, we managed to get 3 down with a shatter before they were engaging, and we were able to very fastly, like quickly clean it up. I feel like that was a
Yeah,
very
one.
crucial play.
100%. I think what I want to mention is like where your Orisa, especially today, was very, very strong. I mean, on that Esports answer coming up to the end, I mean, that all was cinema, you know? um,
Oh
but
yeah, that was a really well
yeah,
called play.
that was. I could tell you guys knew what you was doing in that situation. But Soler, I'm sure you have another question for him.
Oh yeah, for sure. With your bans there, you decided to ban a lot of supports. Is there any thought behind that?
Yeah, so the whole season we liked to play around characters with ultimates that can be very easily cleansed, eaten, stuff like that. And like we'd like to play a lot of like we saw Wu Yang, we play a lot of Alari. We try to avoid anything like Ana, really any of that. So we just try to go for support bans because they are the most impactful for our game plan.
That's crazy to hear. I feel like a lot of people undervalue the support ban there, and you're just making absolute money of it.
Yeah, I feel like it's very effective if you have a strong backline that can kind of flex around it.
Yeah, so essentially get rid of what you don't like and have your supports flex around what you can play into, kind of. Which is a
Yep.
really good thing, which kind of leads me to like any strategies. Like, again, what I mentioned earlier with Scars is like, you haven't really played each other's, but did you know a bit about Crossblades?
We actually did watch a few VODs from some of their past games, and we did notice that um, Scars and Ghost Town, I would like to shout them out. They play very well.
Yeah.
Unironically, got some of the best mechanics that I've seen on in the league. So I wanted to make sure to try to play around them and see how they played, so we could try to make it easier for us.
100, yeah. So you're saying essentially like you when you watch the coach back, you kind of seen some talent from them too and thought, okay, coming into this you were expecting this, so you kind of were prepped for it in a sense.
Oh yeah, we try to
100%. I
be
mean
as
that's what
prepared as much as possible.
yeah, and that's what you want to be, and it definitely shown as you did pull out the win today. But Soler, you have another question for Mario. I know you do.
I really do. Do you have any shoutouts, either to your teammates, to coaches, noticing enemy players, anybody at all?
Does it have to be from Crossblades, or can I like shout out a bunch of people?
A bunch of people.
Go
Uh,
for
pr-
it.
Shout out to Renvelt. Is very Renvelt and Vanity. Scars Mitsuri, and I also think a shout out to my DPS line, Burger Goise and Fafita. All very standout players this season. I have to give them all 100%.
Yeah, they definitely were standouts in that game, especially. And it's really nice to see some input onto Phantasma and how you guys took the win today. Because I think you guys had quite a good season run in general, that you guys did win a lot of your games, and some of them were close, and some of them you guys absolutely stomped, which shows in this final that you just put in a lot of work. So we really appreciate you telling us a bit more about that.
Yeah, of course, anytime. It was great to be here.
Well, thank you so much, guys, and thank you for coming. But unfortunately, guys, this will be the end. I mean, it was 4-0 to Phantasma Dryazms, and what a game it was. Please stay tuned for any future streams, as we will be seeing some more grand finals come up, and we will be seeing some more winners come up as well. So please follow up on our socials and stay tuned, guys. Have a nice night.
Congratulations.